Now you might wonder what I've got under this blanket. Well, look at that, it's moving. Look at him. Went down the road, got about 10 miles down the road, and here he is sitting on the back of the tray. He'll certainly have a good story to tell all his chicken mates in there. Okay, we're out the back again. We're gonna put a few sunflowers in, and we've got some pumpkin plants here. I bought a tray of them and I thought there's one plant in each pot in a tray, but actually I've just found out there's 3. So I bought 12 of these pots with 3 in them, so I've got quite a few pumpkin plants. So my plan is to, if I can get that to balance there, yep. Okay, so my plan is just to put the first 3 in this bin, put some sunflowers around it, and put some sunflowers up the back of the bin there as well. We've got parsnips to go in, but they'll go in tomorrow. So all we're going to do here is just make a couple of holes. I'm only putting 3 in the drum because they'll get fairly big anyway. See if we can train them out the front here when they start to grow. So we'll just break them off, put them in just so they stand up. As I said, this soil that I got already has some cow manure in it, and it already has some blood and bone, but we'll just duck down to the shed and get a bit of extra blood and bone and a bit of potash to put around them after we put the sunflowers in the back. So I've got quite a few sunflowers in that packet. So all we'll do here is just level that out a bit and just poke a few of them in there. We need to sort of remember where we've put them, I guess. But we'll just poke a few in the soil, not too deep. They reckon you should put your seed about a depth of how wide the seed is. So they say that's a good rule of thumb for most plants. We'll just get a few more out just to put up the side, and they should look pretty good there with the pumpkins growing as well. Tamp that down a bit. Beautiful. Okay, we've got the blood and bone. Pumpkins are pretty heavy feeders, so we'll put a nice bit around there to water it in. Always like to keep it away from the stem or the stalk, whatever you like to call it, so it doesn't burn them. But that'll water in nicely, sort of around the perimeter of the roots. Sunflowers are also quite a heavy feeder, so we'll put a nice bit over the top of those. Now, some of our favourite stuff, sulphate of potash. Nice bit around those, around the pumpkins. That should really get them going. A bit over the sunflowers. It's like making a Sunday night tea, isn't it? Okay, there's a nice bit of water on those. That'll stop any transplant shock. Okay, there we go. We've got it all done. All covered up nicely. Possums can't get in there. We have 3 very nice Jarrahdale pumpkins under there, and we've got some sunflower seeds, so we'll keep the water on them. The sun will get on them here, keep them nice and warm, and away we go with them. They should be pretty good. We'll put the other pumpkins over where the potatoes are, so we're going to have quite a few of those over there. So if we can get a bit of rain later on in the week like they're predicting, we're supposed to get 1 to 5 mils for about 3 days in a row, so if we can do any rain over that period, enough to dampen the surface maybe 2 centimetres down, or 2.5, maybe an inch down, that'd be absolutely fantastic, because at the moment in Tasmania, in Australia actually, we'll take any rain we can get, because it is very, very dry in a lot of the parts, and it's really dry here, and it's made the crops a little bit slow to take off. But we'll chug along, and hopefully the season will turn and we'll get a bit of rain over the next couple of weeks. Okay, let's have a bit of a dig around here and just see if this corn's starting to germinate. We really do need a good rain on it. There's corn seed there. Yeah, it's starting to germinate. Just see up the top there. So if we can get a good rain at the end of the week, we'll cover him back up, little fella. If we can get a good rain at the end of the week, that'll be really good. There's another one that I've dug out. He's germinating as well, so we'll just put him back there. Excellent. So we have a few kennebacks coming up here, so we might just mound those up. Over here we have some Bismarcks, so we'll do the same to those. There's a couple of rows over here that haven't come up yet. I've planted them a fair bit deeper than I planted these. Okay, the Saturday morning work's done. We've got the peas down here, harrowed up in between to keep the weeds out, hilled up the potatoes there, and we hilled up a few that's over there as well. So that's got that done, and I've dug a potato plant out there, so we'll just cover him back up. Okay, that's about it over here at the moment, so we'll head back home and get stuck into a bit of other stuff.